Hello. Hello, hello. What is going on? What is up? Hello, Philemon. Sorry. Hi. It is Friday, which means we're doing more Road Trader today. So, it has been 2 weeks since I've touched this game. I remember that we actually did end up beating Nemesite last week. And then I don't remember what else we were doing. Oh, we got new contracts. Profit factor 2 versus provisions 5. Don't care about that. Up its mechanisms for profit factor. I only have 4 weapons. I only have 4 weapons. I don't think I want to do either of these for now. Right? I feel like this is a bad idea. I'm going to take a look at these. Okay, so we got 3 profit factor from here. 2 complacency, 2 security. Complacency is very, very high at this point. Oh, and we have no options. Enemies suffer minus 10% to their evasion. Hell yeah. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm at like 95% from when I was sick last week. Which is, you know, not... I would prefer to be at 100, but, you know, 95. Pretty good. Pretty good. I also just recently put in a request at work, and by recently I mean within the last 2 days. Put in a request at work to wait, what is our complacency here? 5? So if I go to reaping, that's actually really good for us. Yeah, like the cough has been lingering for fucking ever. It will not leave me alone. But beyond that, I'm doing quite good. We will do that one. Hey, Stone. What are we sitting at? Complacency 6. There's like no complacency things here. That's interesting. But yeah, so sorry, I got distracted by the things that we were doing. Ooh, wait, this gives me weapons. And then Dark Otis, I think we're just like done, right? Like, I need Fellowship of the Void, which, wait, didn't I just start a thing that gives me that? No. Shit. Wait, maybe we go back into the bridge. But yeah, so I got distracted again. I might be switching to days at work. I got the transfer request put in 2 days ago, and me and my current supervisor talked with one of the day shift soups yesterday, well, this morning before I left work. Apparently they are very in need of drivers. They don't even have one for Tuesdays, which is one of the days that I would be willing to work. It would require a change to the stream schedule because the shift lasts until 6 p.m. and I currently start at 6 p.m. So, you know, that doesn't exactly line up. So I need this reputation. Hi. Okay, so this would allow me to get well beyond what I need, which we're just gonna do that. Oh yeah, and then we could buy all this stuff, which I don't know if any of this stuff is actually worth it. Maybe. This one might be good for Jai. Or can move without provoking attacks of opportunity as long as you have less than 50%. Nah. Nobody ever gets below 50%. But yeah, so I will possibly be at. Oh shit. Wait. Oh, we just have a shit ton of Void Pirate trophies. Yeah. Alright. And then we just got a shit ton of extra stuff there. Nice. You're very close. There we go. Gonna buy all the things. Fuck it. We might have to go through our inventory and check everything here soonish. And by soonish, I mean once I get done with this, because holy shit. All right. We have finally gotten all of the stuff that we can. Okay, cool. But yeah, so I will possibly be going to days here soon. I hope that I can do that within, like, possibly even within the next week. So if that happens, I will have to reschedule streams. Obviously, because I would need to just hit targets a range of 10 or further by 20%. Obviously, that's really good for her. Swap those. Oh, who would that be good for? Wait. So how far in the story are you? I have visited Janus and done that. I have gone to Kiavagam and done that. I have gone to Dargonus. But I didn't really get anything out of that, and I know that there's a quest that I still need to do for that. I just don't remember which one. So we're gonna be taking a look at that today. Is this a new sniper rifle? It is, but I think it's like way worse than what I have, right? Yeah, it's like way worse. Like, yeah, it has toxic shot, but I don't really care. I'm gonna give that to her. Oh, never mind. What? All right, whatever. Bye, kitten. But yeah, so words and stuff and things. Yeah, the schedule shift. So I feel like if I get the day shift, I might have to delay the stream by like an hour and a half. That gives me some wiggle room to like get home, get something to eat. So like starting at like 7 to 7:30 instead of 6, unfortunately. Whenever the wearer chooses an ally as the target of their ability, the wearer immediately gains 1 MP. Targeted ally gains 1 MP at the start of the ally's next turn. I wonder if this... I might do... wait. That is actually incredibly wild. 6% dodge for every person affected by psych or staff attacks, which is basically all I do for her. What does this scale off? Fellowship bonus over 2? So these would be really good for her. Yeah. Have to go to sleep early. Yeah. It's like I was hoping that I wouldn't have to change stream schedule when I swap work schedules, but it's looking like that's not going to be a likely thing. Restraint attacks, fails in toughness, resist test, what is head, exhaustion. What is exhaustion again in this? The next successful attack again. Oh! Wait. Oh wait, no, not that. This one, right? Yeah. Oh. You should try it. Yeah, and like I still need to talk to the supervisors on days. Because like the one that I talked to, it seemed like at least from what my supervisor told me, she doesn't really have any pull. And I don't know if there's any like wiggle room in terms of the driver schedules. So we're kind of just going off of this is what we have of it. This is what I have access to right now. Is a 9 to 6, which even if that is what I have to take, it is still going to be way better for me because I'll actually be able to, you know, see my family again. It would be nice. It would be nice to be able to, you know, return to the land of the living at some point, become a day walker once more. Where it deals damage to an enemy, forcing that enemy to move. The enemy's okay, so I don't do that. I don't do forced movement basically at all. Gain 15 Medicaid. Don't really need that. Marksman rifle. It's literally the one that I already have. Okay, so we're just gonna add you to cargo. +7 weapon skill, +5 strength. That would be really good with Abelard. Wait, what about Cabello? What is your gloves? Her strength is kind of shit. And I don't really care about strength for anybody else except for these two. Okay, what is the blood vial? What does that do again? It's like 1% damage, right? All right, bloodlust. There it is. 2% more damage. Is that going to be better than just a flat damage increase from strength? You know, just, you know, Drake Rider and got on the legend path. Hell yeah! I think I remember you talking about thinking about, like you were debating whether you wanted to at the time, or something. Glad to see another legend born into the world. So for the single target, it's a 4% damage swing whenever you get this. No, it was these. I think this is actually better. I think this is actually better for her. This is the servo swarm, right? Yeah. -10. Wait. Applies a -10 penalty to perception for all attacks made against the wearer and to all enemies in a 2-cell radius from the wearer. I feel like this is just bad. Right? I feel like that one's just bad. Once per battle can be used to immediately remove all bleeding, burning, or toxic effects from enemies in a 10-cell radius. These enemies receive 5 impact damage with 20% armor reduction. Or penetration. Wait, what? It doesn't even stack? It's just a flat... Oh no! Times number of stacks removed from the target. Okay. So this would be tech use over 10 plus they see the movesets while integrating stat rework. Stop to polymorph. Nice. Now here's another question. Is this tech use over 10 and then you add 5 times the number of stacks? Like, basically, is there a parentheses between this and this, right? Like, is this all the denominator? Or is just the 10 the denominator? That's kind of... That's kind of important. Because right now it's just tech use over 10. Do I have anybody who's got a better tech use than him? Oh, shit, yeah. Yeah, I fucking do. And I do have a lot of ways to cause status effects. It's kind of like her lore Imperium is so fucking high that I do not need that on her at all. After successful attack, these gauntlets grant the wearer a 50% chance to inflict the bleeding effect on enemies that fail a toughness test. So I could put this on her. Oh wait, wait, we just talked about that. We just replaced her fucking thing. He has dogmatic adherent, right? No, he does not. Wait, he's an iconoclast? Ain't no way. Oh, that actually changes things. I really wish that it would tell me what the DCs of these are. Because, like, all this ever tells me is that they might have a penalty on it or something. I never actually see whether or not... What is this? Shotgun. Wait, Argento. Actually fucking no. Okay. This is just not as good as what I have already. Persuasion increased by 7. Okay, so we're getting back to things that we had before. Okay, wait. What about these armors? Here, let's take a look. Armors. +2 deflection against area attacks, +7 fellowship, -5% dodge. Don't care about fellowship. Don't care about dodge, really. Although I guess his dodge is still 30%. Oh shit, but armor 55 versus 40? Deflection 5 versus 1? Wait, I think that like that, wait. But while the wearer has 75% or more wounds, their deflections is increased by 3 and their parry is increased by 11%. That's actually like a crazy amount though. Wait, what? Coercion over 4. Oh. Oh shit, so I actually want to be boosting up his coercion stat. Oh shit. I mean, his parry percent is fucking insane even as it is, right? But does that beat this out? Probably not. Flesh is increased by 3. So that puts it up to 4. Okay, so while I'm at full health and being hit by melee, I have the same deflection as the Radiant Chestplate has at default. And I have an extra 11% parry. But my parry is so high that it... But I have a lot of things that trigger off a parry as well. That's the other thing. I have a lot of things that trigger off a parry. But I still have a 95% chance to parry, even without the extra 11. What was her armor again? Gets 3 agility for each MP they have right before the attack, up to a maximum of 30. But it stacks and lasts until the end of the wearer's turn. Plus 10% dodge. And then you have 10% dodge if your agility is higher than 50, which it is. It has an extra 10% armor. Extra toughness. But agility doesn't... Like, here's the thing, though. Yeah, it boosts my dodge. But this toughness boost actually helps her quite a bit. Yeah, I think this is actually better for her. I think this is actually better for her. I mean, wait. So I would be losing out on the armor, right? 38 to 20. But Terry doesn't move. So I would consistently be getting a fuck ton of those movement points to agility. Wait. Gains plus 3 agility for each movement point they have right before that attack, up to a maximum of 30. This bonus stacks and lasts until the end of the wearer's turn. Oh, wait. I think that might make it infinitely worse. Yeah, this is just bad, actually. If it was like the end of the round, maybe. But even then, that would depend on when they are in relation to everybody else in that round, right? Yeah, this is actually just like really bad. The more I look at this, the more I hate this. All right, but we're done with that. We have ship stuff because we just got a whole bunch of new ship items. And as the installed power shield generator, shield strength on each side of the flagship is increased by 20%. Yeah. Starhawk bombers to be launched through torpedo tubes. Consists of 4 attack craft, each equipped with 2 plasma bomb salvos. So 4 with 27 damage. It is short burning. Melta torpedoes. So 4 times 27 is brain 108 versus 5 times 19, which is not quite 100. So this does more damage if I can get them all there. Short range broadside macro cannons with 2 autonomous aiming modules, fires 2 shots, dealing 21. Can be used twice per turn. $90 hit and 20 crit is wild. So the deal here is I don't know if I want to trade the range. For the extra damage. Right, because like a lot of the things that I'm running into is I'm like almost consistently out of range. But I think we're good. I think we're good to move on for now. Oh wait. Yeah. We could do this now. Oh hell yeah, we get more weapons as well. Beautiful. So that put us up to 8. Okay, so now I could actually go. So now we can actually do this. Okay, cool. What the hell were we doing? Now that all that's done. All right. There we go. I have been told by somebody that I trust that getting these down to unsafe is well worth it. The duty officer reported an incident in the shuttle repair bay. A security team was dispatched in response to a distress signal, but when they arrived, they discovered that the shuttle repair crew had doubled in number. Somehow, every crew member now had an identical twin. but each assured the enforcers that they were the real one. The enforcers immediately opened fire, killing everyone in the bay. The duty officer awarded the squad a commendation for their vigilance and efficiency. Oh, this is Uncharted? I did not realize. Wait, how the hell did I get here then? Well, obviously we have to check this place out. I can't just not, right? Logiston. Yeah, we'll take that. Hello. Oh, another one of these. Hell yeah. All right, I'll take it. I think that's our third piece of that particular artifact. Nothing. Okay. Last steel 2, not worth it. Not worth it. And Promethium 4. Wait, how many do I have? Promethium. Oh, wait. I only have 6. This almost doubles my Promethium, so yeah, we'll take it. All right. Fairly uneventful area, but we did get that third piece of the artifact. That's like the big thing from that one, it feels like. Route is unsafe, hell yeah. A fire broke out on one of the decks during the warp voyage. The raging disaster consumed the entire chamber, destroying precious cargo and damaging the interior plating. No guilty parties were found. While clearing out the rubble, a few people claimed the soot on the plasteel beams formed lines in a cryptic alien language not known to humans. The delirious workers were executed and their bodies disposed of in a proper manner. Why? Why? Why are we killing people? For no reason. It's like, I don't know, maybe have our alien, our current Zito, take a look and see if she recognizes any of it. But whatever. I guess fucking not. Just slightly burning alive in the sun, that's fine. Oh, shit. Okay, so we are at 7 complacency. It gets us to 9. Security goes down. We get a bunch of chemicals, Promethium, and Fellowship of the Void. We lose 3 profit factor. Plus 10% dodge against human enemies. We sit at 7. This could actually be really good, right? Like if I do actually end up finding enemies that are like really hard to hit, which we haven't yet, by the way. Yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. Let us go. I don't remember what quest this is. I just know that this is a quest. We're looking for seals. That's all I know. I have 36 provisions. I have no need for these. Take a most important administrator. One of the seals must be kept on by one of the officials here. So I just need to find. I remember this guy being like a fucking. You. Your lordship, the subjects of Janus welcome you. What cares have you brought? What cares have brought you to our humble world on this occasion? I require a seal. Of course, it would be an honor to assist the rogue trader. Wait, but a few moments, your lordship, and your humble servant will have your seal ready. Interesting, Shireen. I assumed we would be dealing with servitors, but no, some places in your domain still have this work being performed by people of flesh and blood. I beg your pardon. What is this about servitors? I have faithfully performed my sacred duties to the Imperium and the Administratum all my life. Guarding the seals is a part of that. But after half a century, not a single seal damaged. I keep them in a special case and I oil the handles every month as the rules stipulate. I'm merely repeating the word of the Master of Seals on Dargonis. Servitors have replaced an entire category of lowly bureaucrats assigned to the Von Valancius planets. Around 10 years ago now. But after 70 years of service, and not a single directive. Not from Holy Terror or from Dargonis. A complete breakdown in communication. What a farce, what an insult against all the processes. But this is easily remedied. If the Administratum requires such a servant, then I will immediately begin preparations for servitorization. The will of the Lex Imperialis is supreme. Tilius, I do not think the Exalted One has any particular desire to see you lobotomized and turned into a mindless clanking ghoul just because someone somewhere changed the law. Atilius, there's no need for that. Yes, any servitor can place a seal, but can it do so while granting me, while granting me a sincere smile or impressing me with its impeccable finesse or attention to detail? I think not, but you can. Remaining as you are, could a servitor replace a true administrative officer who's passionate about his work? I like this one better. Yeah, I like that one better. Of course you're right. I'll continue to serve Janus and the Von Valancius Protectorate as before, and today I'll dispatch a request for copies of edicts issued by the Imperium over the last 50 years. Who knows what else we've missed here on Janus? Last 50 years is wild. It was wonderful, Atilius. Just wonderful. Just don't go poking out your eyes with a long needle. At least until you receive a direct order to do so from your precious Administratum. Here you are. The Secretary proffers the sealed certificate with care, and may the Emperor bless your path. How are things on Janus? Without the enemies of humanity on our land? Wonderfully, your lordship. The people of Janus are indebted to you for ridding our world of heresy. The Emperor, as my witness, Janus will continue to serve the Von Valancius dynasty, but not in precisely the same way as before. I appreciate the local species. Ah, yes, the flora of Janus can take your breath away, while the fauna can inadvertently kill you. Must take my leave. Janus is always honored to serve, your lordship. All right, cool. Well, that was fast. All right. Let's head on back into the Expanse. That actually kind of threw me. I was not expecting that to be that easy. So I checked the Forgotten Twins, and there's nothing there. So that's not where we need. Wait. The other one, another one was the Nameless Starset. Yeah. Oh, shit. It's literally one of these. So it's got to be. Oh, fuck. While traveling through the Immaterium, the crew on an important event has occurred in one of your particular colonies, which calls for traders' personal attention. While traveling through the Immaterium, the crew on duty in Loading Bay 7 heard what sounded like the hissing of a giant snake. The terrified workers sent out a Vox message, then locked themselves in a shipping container and welded it shut. The response team sent to the bay found no signs of warp activity. Unfortunately, by the time they arrived, the workers had suffocated. Why is everybody on my ship fucking stupid? Alright, we did it. And I now can no longer do anything with Kiava Gamma. Alright. I gotta go back to Dargonis. Oh my god. Oh my god. Janice is actually like really far behind. Acolytes of the Cult Mechanicus have reported a disturbing event. All Vox systems on the middle decks started broadcasting otherworldly sounds, whistling a haunting melody. The strains of monstrous music drove people into a frenzied dance that could not be stopped. Several hours later, the Vox devices fell silent, and the dancing crew members fell lifeless. The area was cleared, and the bodies of the deceased were disposed of with the necessary precautions. What the actual fuck? The officers on one of the lower decks stopped providing status reports. 3 days had passed since the Vox system broadcasted anything other than subdued moans and wet slapping noise. Okay, yeah, we have actually done this one before. That's a fucking thing. What the hell? Time to go in. Why are we dying? Excuse me. Looks like the bunker still has a working generator.
An old Imperial bunker. There are some on dock.
Oops. The massive door is dotted with small chips, scratches, and bullet marks. There is no sign of any hinges, levers, or anything resembling a lock. There's a dusty panel built into the wall to the right. As you approach, the cracked screen starts to flicker faintly. A little patience, and you hear the tired clicking of mechanisms from beyond the wall. The door slowly opens, and with a groan. However, there is stuff over here. What does this do? Before you is an ancient but wholly typical console, intended for use by people not trained in the mysteries of ministering to machine parts. The cogitator is completely silent, but as you approach, you sense the warmth emanating from its metallic casing, a telltale sign that the machine is working. Request access to bunker life support systems. Water supply system failed, reason unknown. Temperature humidity control system failed, reason unknown. Energy regulation system, unknown error. Warning, backup generator connected. Oxygen supply system failed. Warning, air filters damaged. Warning, defense system failure. Holy fuck. Insufficient power for the automated defense. Alright, step away. Oh my god, I took one whole damage. The mummified corpse has its arm outstretched towards the exit. On the soldier's neck is a broken respirator adorned with the Imperial Aquila. Yellowish gas is slowly seeping through the rusted air duct system. Words on the sign are barely legible. Lethality, what was that, 17? Laridian first. Alright, left to right. Decontamination shower, a rare sight for regular planetary forces. Its purpose is to eliminate harmful agents. Alright, we got med kit, worn seal. Could technically leave right now, but why in God's name would I do that? Can't just leave before fully exploring the place that's constantly hurting you. Grants access to the archives. Let's go. I found a thing before I knew that I needed to find the thing.
I have an eye for treasure.
Bunch of stuff that I don't care about. Is there gonna be combat in here? Or is the... Like, because the damage right now is literally just... It's actually just fucking, cosmetic. 348 years ago, our ancestors arrived on this blooming world, built the cities and the manufactorums, and founded here a society free from heresy and fear. But the immortal emperor of humanity, Warden of Light, saw fit to test our faith. A great war tore open a rift between our ancestors, dividing them into two factions and turning the world into a boundless battlefield. Each day we fought the enemy so that our children could see the dawn of a new era. An era without blood, pain, and tears. Brave people, living and dead, paved with their bodies the road to our future. And one day, the skies answered our prayers. The great star allies descended from the darkness of the cosmos and bestowed upon our great army the doomsday weapon. And so we brought righteous anger upon our foes and ended the centuries-long war and welcomed the dawn of the new era. The universe will hardly notice our deed, but the God Emperor sees all. We, children of a great nation, must dedicate ourselves to this sacred mission, to survive and revivify this world. As the most beautiful flowers are revivified from ashes, and hence do not despair, sons and daughters of the Imperium, for our star allies are behind us, and the God of humanity is with us. I know that help is coming, and soon the skies overhead will shine once more. And then they all fucking died.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Several crates of dry rations survive to this day. Each one bears the seal with the coat of arms of the Winterscale dynasty. %? Holy shit. I wonder how much XP you get for this. Because if it's 6%... Base is 145. Base difficulty is minus 145. And here I am. I was literally just thinking, it's like, oh man, we have, like, there's so much fucking... There's no way we're ever gonna run into something where I can't fucking hit the check. All of my skills are too damn high. Apparently fucking not. Alright. Unknown Officer's Diary. I'm tired. How long has it been since Doomsday? I think it was the 36th year when the heretical cholera wiped out half our people, including the old bookkeeper Helgar. Time has stood still for us since. It was so long ago. And what a convenient solution to the overpopulation problem, huh? The commanders think we bought this coincidence, morons. Still, when I look in the mirror, I see my father, the same wrinkles by the eyes, gray temples, which means that I'm over 60. And we've been underground for longer than half a century. No sky, no sun, no joy, and no hope. If that damn propaganda scribe tells me one more time that I must not lose faith, I'll make him eat his own tongue. Sure, we were once so certain that we had won. The weapon of the great ally boggled the mind. But I still remember how the sky shook before me and my ma and father were evacuated to this wretched bunker. But where has it led us? When I took over my father's post at the comm station, I learned that we had long since lost all communication with other PDF bases, and the stars respond to our calls with silence. These days, we don't hear any bombs landing outside, but things are still restless in the old bunker. First, a water purifier failure, then a fire in the Medicaid unit. Rats chewed holes in the exposure suits, and now we can't go up to the surface anymore. Are these accidents, or have we had a saboteur in our midst all these years? I'll keep an eye on the troops. I don't believe in miracles, but we still have enough supplies on the lower levels to last us another 50 years or so. If you all can finally sort the air duct problem, that is, next time we meet, that's how the repairs are going. Not great. Access to the warehouse. Let's go. We now have access to records and warehouse. A valve is required to regulate the flow. All right. Reservoir for storing drinking water. It is only half full.
Let us walk this path to the end.
The concierge panel has dozens of breakers, buttons, handles, switches, and other control mechanisms. What's the status of the bunker's life support system? Our supply system failed. Reason unknown. Reason unknown. Emergency ventilation system. Malfunction. Insufficient powers. Hooray! What did that do? Oh, nice. System check, processing input data, data confirmed. Compressor launch in progress, pressure levels nominal. Warning, error, countered, insufficient power. Booting emergency energy profile, success. Pressurizing facility, success. Booting compressor, success. Emergency air filters activated. Automated defense systems activated. Go. However, the whole automated defense systems activated could be bad for us.
Know your duty.
Wait. It's still... All right.
A job for me.
Crush was merciless to these old Imperial bayonets, chainswords, and lasguns. Plus 10 bonus to tech use. What now?
What torments you?
What are you? Sworn Protector, Iconoclast Adherent, grants Wheeler +1 to resolve for each enemy killed until the end of combat. Okay. Two parchments bearing the Winter Scale Seal contains plans for military operations and a mention of the Doomsday Weapon. Where's the first cogitator that I ran into? Oh wait, it was like up front, wasn't it? No. I'm like so incredibly lost. This place is not even that big. Oh wait, can I get this open now?
Cass, light of mine eyes.
Aha!
Have you ever considered dyeing your hair? With your house's wealth, you could afford the finest treatments.
Why ever would I do that? I perceive the hues swirling in people's souls. Their masks cannot deceive my gaze.
Doesn't mean that your mask couldn't deceive theirs. Hello? What are you? Entry C. It's been 100 cycles and these idiots are still none the wiser about who they saved from the storm. Going back to my camp is no longer an option. Damned rats chewed through the protective suit. These piss ants are out of repair materials. There's some decent people here, just civilians like my mother. This one girl, Zimmy, even made a habit of coming by in the after hours. She asked me to teach her the letters so she can write to her father, who went to the surface 2 turns ago. Foolish child. The war has taken its toll on both sides. Hold on. Am I sympathizing with the enemy? I better put a stop to this. I was finally allowed entry to the upper levels, and lo and behold, what did I find there? The same supply crates as those gifted to our lords by the Star Allies. The same rations we've been eating, the same weapons we've been fighting with, so our lives have simply been toyed with. Winter Scale has betrayed us. I must report this to the command, no matter the cost. I got my hands on a cutter and decommissioned a few blocks of explosives. No one noticed a thing. I bribed the archivist with a dozen rations. Now I just need to get the schematics for the life support systems. Rats brought disease from the surface. The Medicaid unit is packed. Just the right time for a quick short circuit. Zimmy drank the poisoned water and vomited a lot of blood. The schematics were inaccurate, but now I know for certain which pipes go to the living module and which to the barracks. The senior comm officer suspects something. It's time. That's fucked up. Some unknown accident caused the elevator shaft to collapse. Reaching the lower levels at this point would require sending a mining team. Someone sawed off the emergency stairs and tried to conceal the damage. So what, it's just that... It's just come down here to get the lore? Oh shit, wait. How did I not grab this? Is it all the way out here? Oh shit, that's right. Burb. Oh, okay. That should be good. Oh, there's 4 of them. Okay, I thought it was just the 2. Do that, do this. Why did it go there? Am I just stupid? I could have sworn that I... Whatever. Alright, so first off, we want that on everybody. And second off, we want that on everybody. Ah! I was able to get it done. This is only once per battle. So we're gonna hold off on that for now.
I will not be deterred.
Hmm. Yo, 500 crits. Oh, damn it. I should have done this first. Yeah, because these guys have so much fucking armor. Yeah, that was stupid.
I shall not fail.
Um... Yeah. Okay. Nice. Okay, cool. So I can still hit everybody. And... ain't no way these guys are about to sit here and say, no, we don't take any damage from this.
If only you knew what awaits you.
Do or not take damage from that? What?
Will do.
Hmm. Um... I think Ablar's probably the right way to do this. Let me do this. Do I just swing? Nice. All right.
Target well struck. Gray hair, sure hand.
Okay. Once again, Abelard doing infinite fucking damage. Here, you know what? Let's have him do some more. Wait, hold the fuck up. Why are we still taking melting damage? Ah, here's the fucking computer. Status of the life support systems. Water sail. Well, I ain't here to pick up the entire fucking thing, I guess. It is time to leave. Oh! All right. Lord Captain, the crew that was sent to the surface reports that they have cleared the collapsed passages leading to the lower levels. After exploring the abandoned rooms, they discovered valuable cargo that has already been brought aboard. Nice. Nice. What is this place? Bastille 2. Nope. I have learned my lesson. Much? Adamantine 2. How many do we have? We only have 3. So this nearly doubles our adamantine. Even though it's not great. Alright, I'm gonna go back under the bridge real quick. Because we got some level ups to do. I still have issues dealing with the speed of leveling up in this game. It's actually kind of insane that I'm level 31 already. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Tech use? Probably. Medicaid? We have a tech use person. And she is infinitely better than Terry. So it's always going to pick her to use it. What do I care about? Like, what even matters? Like, Jai's got a 100 on Xenos. He's got a 136 on Imperium, so I don't really care about either of those. Abelard is our carouse guy. We have a penalty to logic, so ain't no way. So it's literally just Medicae or tech use. And I think maybe Medicae. I think Medicae is probably the better of the two choices here. Yeah. We're going to keep boosting your strength. You are our demolition person. She's also Medicae, but she is our only demolition person. Right? Who's Vesper? The bird. Argenta's got a 95. Argenta would be really good at demolition if I actually leveled her up. Okay. I was like, why is this getting a boost? I did not do anything with it. Vanguard. We have a lot of things that fucking scale off of his toughness. So obviously, we're going to do that. Oh, actually, what was the thing? Or was that? It was this, right? This was off of coercion. Yeah. Okay. So I don't really care about giving him coercion anymore. The toughness, as I said. Athletics, probably. Since we're already maxed on carouse. Coercion, no. Commerce, no. Lore Imperium, hell no. Persuasion, not quite. Why is this gold? Yeah. And you, what do we care about on you here? I don't know, but I feel like intelligence. I mean, it boosts so many different skills too. Probably a good way to do this. Then we want to get. Oh, we already maxed out Lore Warp. Okay. Wait, how did we max out Lore Warp? Ah, there it is. Okay. What else do we care about? We could do awareness. Awareness is always good. Logic. Logic is only 80 for her. Yeah. I think logic is fine. Although awareness is one of the ones that like everybody could check, whereas logic is like it's going to pick whoever's highest. Yeah, so I think we do awareness. Probably fellowship. Sorry. I am a bit on the sleepy side of things today. Everything else going on, I kind of did not sleep well. She's actually high enough that she could surpass Jay until I level her up and then take another commerce bit. But that does mean that I could maybe take Jai in another direction. Okay, so there's four skills that I'm looking at here. We got persuasion that's almost at 100. We got commerce, which is at 112 plus the 10. We got awareness, and we have coercion. Coercion we have a better person for. I think it's commerce. I think that's the correct choice here. Ah, doing it again. God. Okay. Jai, what do we focus on for you? Persuasion? Persuasion is not a bad one. Okay, wait. So fellowship is not. Agility is really good. Although she does go first. Wherever she is in the pecking order, her going first is actually incredibly important to set things up and also to give Adira an extra turn to also set up. So I don't think that agility really helps her at this point. We can just do more ballistic skill, I think. Oh, I think. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm so fucking. We're gonna finish this area. Oh, hey, it's Earth. We found it. Has nothing to do with it. Alright. This is a fucking thing. When the rogue trader's ship draws near the unidentified celestial body, the machine spirits on every deck, from the captain's bridge to the cargo holds, become frantic. The engines are refusing to operate, sending the void ship hurtling toward the epicenter of the anomaly, like an arrow toward a target. You awake after unsettled sleep to find yourself lying on a stiff cardboard mat. You are overcome with a strange sense of wrongness. The place is dark and reeks of body odor. Someone elbows you out of the ribs and grabs you by the collar, spitting abuse. It is an enforcer patrolling the void ship. He's clearly displeased. That's what the problem is. Forces toss you unceremoniously into a corner where you similarly rag people who are scrubbing the deck. Ready to sign on the bulkhead. This is Bay Theta 54, the lower decks. You have work to do. You need to get moving. Find a servo skull messenger to inform the bridge of your whereabouts. Takes you several attempts to catch one of the servo skulls zipping around the bay. You scribble your approximate coordinates on one of the scrolls in its mechanical claw. The code, known only to the highest ranking officers, ought to convince someone from your retinue to send help. After giving several commands that can only be issued by the Lord Captain personally, you release the servo skull, and it zooms upward, disappearing into a ventilation shaft. You had to wait several more ship cycles for the escort squad to make its way from the uppermost decks down to the very bottom, informed about a high-ranking guest in their midst. The overseers of Bay Theta 54 tried to brighten your stay with passable food, a soft bed, and even warm water. A privilege not accorded to the locals. Eventually, you see the familiar faces of escort officers who have come to retrieve you. Here's the Void Ship Bridge. Boxmaster gives praise to the Emperor of Humanity as you make your entrance on the captain's bridge. Vigdis explains that you are trapped in an anomaly that made the people on the ship inexplicably trade places. A rescue squad was immediately dispatched to search for the rogue trader, but finding you took quite a bit of time. All's well that ends well. The Lord Captain is at the helm again, continuing his journey through the Koronus Expanse. Long live Terry von Valancius. I agree. Weird, but okay. Okay, we did it. We got there. Oh yeah, I need to get to Dargonis. There's a commotion on the lower decks. The chief mutant hunter who is responsible for this. The chief mutant hunter, who is responsible for eliminating heresy in the hold of the void ship, went mad due to the perilous influence of the warp. The officer climbed the parapet above the central accelerator complex and threatened to jump, lest the entire crew immediately submitted to a rigorous examination to uncover physical deformities and unholy perversions. After calculating the time and financial cost of the inspection of thousands upon thousands of crew members and consulting the tech priest about the danger of foreign materials getting into the intake of the accelerated complex, the deranged mutant hunter was graciously allowed to proceed, with ending his life in the desired manner. Alright. Sure, why not? Where the hell am I trying to get to here? We're gonna reduce it to unsafe. Emergency aboard the void ship. A foul warp entity has pierced the thin veil. I'm not getting rid of court. Holy gifts. It thinks it's stuff. We got rid of the fucking assholes. Hooray! I kind of want to get here. Which means I kind of want to go here. During the voyage, the navigator sanctum reported there are warp reefs right on the ship's course. The fragments of the Sea of Souls give a material form. The navigator may either steer the ship past the dangerous region or risk approaching the ragged formation to gain valuable insight. Approach. The test succeeded. Following the Lord Captain's orders and the navigator's commands, the void ship approached nearby warp reefs. Oh my god, I cannot read today. Navigator's inside gate 6. Holy shit. Passed the sharp formation without brushing against a single one. No one on board noticed anything in particular, but it became a momentous event for the navigator, who gained a special understanding of warp emanations. Holy fuck. That is a wild thing to do. Alright, reduce to unsafe. What? Oh my god, nothing happened. What is it? Oh my god, I want to be awake. I'm so tired of being tired. I'm so tired of being tired. Lord Captain received a voxcast from Thessera. The signal quality is rather poor, but the meaning is clear. The world is expecting your lordship's arrival. Great festivities have been arranged, and a delegation led by the planetary governor is ready to give you a welcome worthy of an honored guest. All right, we're gonna go here first. What we got? Plus 50 scrap. So we just got 150 scrap. 150. Begin scan. What do we got? Fucking nothing. Awesome. Amid the lifeless rocks and lava lakes, the ship's augurs have detected something resembling buildings. There's something off with their outlines, but their presence, in and of itself, suggests there may be some valuables to uncover among the ruins. Send a scouting team. Scouts are able to discern symbols of the Imperium on the buildings. Deformed and fused together by high temperatures, the ore mining structures tell a sad story. Centuries ago, the planet and all its riches perished beneath the radiance of the system's expanding sun. All right. Why am I still here? Hello, Mr. Blue Planet. You're not sideways like our blue planet. Never mind. I'm like legitimately like, tired to the point nearly of hallucination. All right, I think I know that this is yet another... I don't know why these streams in particular just, like, wipe me the fuck out. But, oh, hey. Yeah, we're gonna... Oh, wait. I can also improve the hull. Oh, yeah. I was not expected to be able to do that. Did I? But yeah, like, I am absolutely exhausted. I'm literally, like, every time I sit here and close my eyes, I start hearing fucking voices and stuff. That's how tired I am. I'm, like, legitimately hallucinating, like, auditory hallucinations are happening right now. So, I am gonna go to bed and pass out before I get even worse. Tomorrow we're gonna be back. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna... Okay, so we're gonna do this. Okay. Plan for tomorrow. We're gonna figure out what's going on this planet here, and then we're going back to Darkonis. We have renewal of data vows. We have other stuff. I think everything else... Oh, shit. Well, apparently we're doing this right now. Your Lordship Janus is reporting about a disaster. Ghostly Xenos figures that appear at dusk and go away at dawn. In a ravenous swarm, they attack one agricultural facility each night, freezing everything they touch. The attacks takes place in the complex closest to the uncontrolled sector of the planet, where nature itself is turned against us. What do we know about these rays? Not much. They are incorporeal and difficult to discern, but they happen to have Eldari features. The spirits draw the warmth out of humans, plants, and inanimate objects, but it seems they do not hunt consciously, but rather they simply do not notice anything in their way. At dawn, they dissolve into mist. The rays also differ among themselves. Some are as dark as the void, while others shine like the stars in the night sky. Is the corrupted sector? What's spawning these? It is likely. They gather at its borders at the break of dawn and whirl in a wild dance, howling and destroying all living things, then disperse into thousands of fading flashes. The agricultural facilities that happen to be in the way of their dance fall into disrepair. Something is not right. The race appear at the planet's outskirts and rush toward the heart of the contaminated region instead of invading from within it. Furthermore, their differences may suggest that there are two groups of race opposing each other. What think by advisors? When dealing with Xenos, one should be prepared for the manifestation of all sorts of ominous mysteries. There is a whole cast of specialists among the cold traders who use rituals to expel spirits from Xenos artifacts. Perhaps we should ask these Xeno whisperers. Maybe. After certain events on board, I became interested in ghosts. I bought a book on footfall, and a legal one, of course, that describes a so-called ritual of silence. It's said to be able to pacify violent spirits on the scale of an entire world, but I can't vouch for the safety of this ritual. Instead of relying on wicked ways to solve these problems, it would be better to turn to our good priests. There are skilled exorcists in the ecclesiarchy who know how to drive out dark spirits. Alright, so this costs 1 profit factor, but it gets us Spirit Drape, which is non-attack psychic powers cost -1 AP. No way. No way. This is so good for fucking Adira. This allows me to get all of her buffs out in the extra turn that Jai gives her. That is insanely good. Like, holy fuck, that's good. Plus 10 war, plus 15 Lord Xenos. Don't care. We'll lose 1 security. Nope. Major psychic power. They gain 60% to all psychic power damage until the end of their next turn. What is a major psychic power? Now, we're doing this. We're getting the Xeno Whispers. That is insanely good. For Shireen, Jay Hadari. His friends everywhere. Continue. Group of suspicious characters covered in talismans arrived on Janus. After seeing the ghosts dance firsthand, they conferred and then made a short trip into the jungle. They later returned, their numbers diminished, loaded with ancient Eldari obelisks stolen from the ruins. Hello, Taco! How are you? Locals have called the obelisks installed in the agri complexes a blessed miracle. The energy resonance of the obelisk has formed intangible domes, providing shelter against the wraiths. Nice. Nice. All right, so that is... So Janice has one left still. Okay, I was hoping that it, like, cause like that. Okay, wait. Dira. 20 bonus to lore warp. So that takes it down to 90. Yeah. Yeah, this is incredibly good for her. Okay. But yeah, hello Taco. You are You know what? Fuck it. We're doing this. We're doing this. I was debating on going and taking a nap. Because I am quite tired. But also, wait, what does that say? Astomare. What's an astomare? I just noticed that. Why are you here? Oh, god damn it. No Cassia, yes, Jay. Okay, wait. If he's gonna be here, I need to level him up. Hmm. I kind of like this. Kind of like that a lot. No, heresy, ready to serve. What does this one do? Plus a crit and plus an armor against Xenos or demonic creatures. I feel like I should actually just take this on every single character, right? Like, the more I think about this, the more I realize if I just take this on every single character and these stack, like, that's just an insane boost to our stats. All right, so what is your highest? Your highest is ballistic skill. Your next highest is fellowship, just barely. So it's agility or fellowship, and I think it's agility. I think it's agility because that gets him earlier in the turn rotation, right? He's quite high on coercion, but he's also max on coercion. Just want to do awareness. Just boost awareness as much as possible. What's double slug? Make 2 single shots against the target. Yes. Ooh, this is good. This is good. This is just like constant healing every round. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. Affected by an ally's non-damaging ability or effects. That's decent, actually. Arbitrators attacks made on other certain no. No! No, the sleepies. Trigger can throw a grenade that does not deal damage on impact. What? Let me adjust to the arbitrator fails a willpower. No. No. No, I'm doing it. God damn it. Swift movements. Swift movements is just way too good. And add awareness. Yes, we're gonna just keep doing awareness. Okay. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna try this again. We're gonna try this again. I am going to finish this quest. We're gonna do this quest. We're gonna finish this quest. We're gonna do this quest. Okay, it's two different people. It's two different people. I'm looking at this. I saw the torch. I saw the people kneel, and the torches stay in the same spot. I thought the torches were floating. What the fuck? Okay. A richly dressed man riding a sinewy horse breaks off from the procession. When he approaches, you immediately notice a strange detail. The man's face is pinned to his head with precious fastening that stretch the skin across his skull. Celestial guests, there's no higher honor for us than to extend our hospitality to such noble eminences. His Celestial Highness the Rogue Trader and an illustrious judicator of the Imperium. All of Thessera clamors, trembles, and cheers. Roldo the fair-faced Governor of Thessera at your service. Except for the fact that that's not your face. That's not your face. All right. I'm calling it right now. He's somebody else. Stole this man's face because this man was stupid and he detached his fucking face and just started stapling it on. Yeah, this is somebody entirely different who's pretending to be him. I thank you for the courteous welcome, Governor. However, we have come here to address a grave concern. But of course, Your Celestial Highness, it would be my pleasure to discuss whatever topic you have in mind. That said, you have had such a long and perilous journey behind you. Like any self-respecting host, I must first propose. The smaller figure steps out from the crowd, dressed in the motley attire of a court fool and wearing a steering mask. My name is Bluff. I am Lord Roldal's good mood. I tickle his governorship and with well-spotted jests and itty-bitty gossip. And now I merely doff my cap toward the celestial lords and ladies and hand them this here key to Thessera as a token of our boundless loyalty. The fool bows and offers you his gift. I'm wavering between 1 and 3. But we will be gracious. Thank you, Bluff. He explodes in my hand. Will parts with his offering, then jumps away with an irritating giggle. Being the paragon of grace that he is, would my celestial lord perhaps also deign to feast his ears on the latest Thessaria gossip to go with my gift? Let's take a look at the governor. The governor's heavy gold-stitched jacket adds a certain presence to his figure, but he cannot hide how poor of a rider he is. The way his boots dig into the horse's sides, his hands fiddling with the reins, his trembling fingers, all speak of nervousness and a lack of control. In 14 experience. So he is. He's pretending he's not actually the governor. Now, I'm thinking that the jester is actually the governor, and he is just like a figurehead. What happened to your face? This is a fine tradition that I myself brought to this world. You see, there is a way to tame the merciless passage of time. All you need is to find a young and healthy face, appropriate it, and attach it over your own fading skin. The local nobility eagerly took to this art of extending one's life and youth, and I, once a celestial lord myself, now promote this custom by personal example, so I may showcase its wonderful properties. Yeah, you put on other people's skin out of a desire to look younger. You will declare this vile practice banned today. Oh! Roldo looks confused for a few moments. Yes, of course, this very day. Alright, gossip. Slap my rocks. Fine then, listen to this one. One-eyed terror to the common man went out a-thieving one day. He sneaks into a hut, itching to fill up his sack. And what sees he? Big scary shadow on the floor. Turns around and right behind him, a giant monster with hands like imperial columns, grabs him by the throat and starts beating the air out of him like he's a ball of dough. Turns out it's popped by Murgath's place. She used to work the bone mill no worse than 10 men could when she was young. Fellow's been one eye ever since, and he's glad he's not one arm or one leg. Okay, I don't care. Lures into a acerbic gillet. Celestial Highness, what kind of title is that? That's what we call the highborn who come down to us in their wondrous vessels. Of course, I am not a native of Thessera, and thus was once a celestial lord myself. I've grown used to the local customs, however, and so I address you like any Thessarian would. And where are you from? From a distant civilized world, yes, Thessera lacks much of what I was accustomed to, yet after my appointment here, I quickly grew to love this planet with all my heart. I hope that during your visit, you too will come to feel at least some affection for Thessera. Well, I'm not a huge fan of you. Probably change the subject, utterly say more about his native world. The reason for this is unclear. Sure you're aware of why we're here? I do have certain suspicions. Or suppositions. Enough, according to the data protocol, blah, 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 blah. This move, blah, 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 type feudal was a side tithe grading of Solutio Extremis. Has not provided its due tithe amount in full. You have violated the Lex and are hereby under investigation. You are to present all related customs reports and shipping manifests immediately. Proctor's voice carries no emotion, and Glido silently bares his teeth. Doing stuff. I am most flattered by your attention, esteemed Judicator, and by this opportunity to serve the Imperium with even greater dedication than before. Speaking of dedication, we are already conducting a thorough inspection to see which scribe it was that bungled the tithe calculation. Fear not, the scoundrel shall be Excuses are the hallmark of the guilty. Do you not make your situation worse, Governor? Court Master Adjudicator, I will provide you with all the documents as soon as our internal review is complete. Sure, you won't take long. The report itself will be exhaustive. You wanted to say something else, didn't you? Thank you, Your Celestial Highness. We know your journey must have been an arduous one. As a sign of our appreciation, we have provided a veritable constellation of enjoyments. In your honor, we humbly invite you to taste our amasek, along with our finest dishes, and may you likewise savor some of the local entertainment. One of the court ladies will accompany you, so as not to let even a single word or wish of yours linger without attention. Maeve, a thin woman, emerges into the torchlight, looking at you with a mixture of fear and awe. Her diminutive figure is practically drowning in her velvet and silk dress, with a resplendent necklace of blue stone adorns her neck. Maeve, my celestial lord, at your service. Based on my experience, I would say we have been assigned a spy under the pretense of generosity, but this is a good thing. We'll use this young woman as our source of information about the world. For now, it would be wise to play along and question her thoroughly once we are away from prying ears. Relax. Just pretend that you are giving a good friend a tour of the palace. I'm afraid that is easier said than done, my celestial lord. It would be like trying to imagine a mighty sun as a tiny ember. But I will do my best not to anger you by acting too nervous. I'm not going to take her necklace. Your face is your own. Why is that? Such living masks are the privilege of the high nobility. I may not be a commoner, but to be entitled to a change of face, that is something I have yet to earn. Maeve casts a fascinated eye over the nobles whose faces, inasmuch as they are theirs, are stretched tight over metal fixtures. Many have their mouths frozen in an unnatural smile. It is hard to tell whether this is a consequence of the tightness or simply an eager show of delight. Look at this one. She's barely risen above the bottom, and already she shoots to further privileges at the top. Greedy hands are one to get chopped off. Shut up. I don't like you. Very well, I would like to see what this place has to offer. By what I'm hearing, that our executioner has already lit up the Phesmophorius, ready to provide the condemned a warm welcome, which means the governor's official whisper collector, that's me, has a whole lot of important business to get to. And so, I must leave you now, good sirs and ladies, lest I missed out on a hot batch of juicy tales. Terribly pleased to meet you all, Honor Adjudicator. Grab Solomon's hand and gives it a vigorous shake. And get stabbed for his trouble. Before you can even blink, the cybermaster beside him sinks his teeth into blood's forearm, jerking it back and forth in a fury. The attack lasts only for a moment, but when Glido lets go, the fool's limb is already torn to shreds. With a cry of pain, Bluff leaps away and melts into the roiling crowd. Feudal worlds are rarely known for their bureaucratic precision. Reconnaissance on the ground will tell us more than any report hastily scribbled down by these blockheads. I suggest we attend this trial, see how the laws of this planet are enforced. Never harm these people. Let's go then. Ah! If it'll help the investigation. Please see that you prefer to continue our mission over all the idle pastimes of this world. So, Celestial Lord, your coming is a historic event for these people. Rest assured, the locals will be watching your every move. A single word or careless gesture from you may well transform their lives on this undeveloped world. I am so tired. I thought maybe I could get through this. I could barely get through that fucking conversation. I'm gonna go pass out. We did a couple of extra things before I got to this point. I said I was gonna pass out like 20 minutes ago. Tomorrow we're gonna be back. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna go to Dargonis, and then hopefully we can actually get through the end of chapter 2. That's kind of my goal for tomorrow. I want to get to chapter 2 finished. Because we've been kind of dilly-dallying around for quite a while now. Next week, no stream Sunday, Monday. Tuesday, we're going to be doing the Ditto stream, continuing the Ditto run, Pokemon Red. Wednesday, we will be doing more DMC4. Thursday, I'm off. Friday, Saturday, more Rogue Trader. Potential change in stream start time, depending on if/when my transfer request goes through. That's another reason why I'm trying to do this transfer, is because I think that will help with me and the sleepies. I do think that part of it is just the fact that I was never able to really get acclimated to overnights. Even though I've been doing it for years and years now. I think my body just never was able to do it. So, yeah, I'm going to be trying to go to days. And hopefully we can get this done within like a week, maybe 2 at the most, I'm hoping. But yeah, that is going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you everybody for hanging out and watching. I appreciate y'all as always. And as always, I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. I hope you have a good evening, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.